Clash Royale is looking pretty solid if I do say so myself. With this new season, we got a brand new card, we got a bunch of new seasonal content, we got 11 different balance changes, and we have some hope for the future of this game, which I absolutely love. Although the focus for today's video is going to be on that new card, with that being the Mother Witch, the newest legendary card that was just recently added to Clash Royale. So this video is going to be about all things relating to the Mother Witch and whether or not I think she will be a good card in Clash Royale. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Although really quick, if this is your first time on the channel, then I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe down below, because I make all kinds of Clash Royale content, and especially over these next couple of weeks, you aren't going to want to miss out on it. I'm a Clash Royale YouTuber, but I got a Brawl Stars hat. Brawl Stars is a pretty cool game too, guys. So here's how this video is going to be broken up. We're going to start out with a brief overview of the Mother Witch, talking about all of her stats and her different mechanics, and then we will move on to whether or not I think the Mother Witch will be a good card in Clash Royale, and then we will finish off with talking about what decks I think she will be good in. And also in the description down below, you will find timestamps for all these segments, so if one segment interests you more than the other segment, you can go ahead and skip to that. But let's just go ahead and give a brief overview of the Mother Witch. So on screen right now, you will see the full stats of the Mother Witch in all of her glory. So on the screen right now, you can see the full stats for the Mother Witch at Tournament Standard. As I said, she is the newest legendary card in Clash Royale. She will be 4 elixir, and she completes the trio of witches in Clash Royale with my personal favorite card, the Night Witch, and also the regular witch. So with these stats, there are a few important things that I would like to note. The first thing is that at Tournament Standard, her hit points are at 560. A fireball at Tournament Standard does 572 damage. So this means that the Mother Witch will die to Fireball at Tournament Standard, similar to a Magic Archer. The Mother Witch isn't like the majority of supporting troops in Clash Royale, like the Wizard, Electro Wizard, Musketeer, Ice Wizard, and cards like that, because the Mother Witch will actually die to Fireball. So if the Mother Witch starts to have an extremely high usage rate, then I think the usage rates for Fireball will also go up along with that. And of course, with her dying to Fireball, she dies to the other big spells as well, like Poison, Rocket, and Lightning, and that's expected, I think. Another thing to note is that she actually doesn't do a lot of damage. Her damage is only 96 at Tournament Standard, which is not a lot at all. Although her primary use is for support with her curse mechanic, in which she can turn troops into like cursed pigs. So you're not really using her to be a damage dealer, you're using her as a support troop and to defend the swarms and things like that. And then the last thing I would like to point out is that she is not like the witch, because the witch does splash damage, but the Mother Witch does not do splash damage. She is a single targeting ranged unit. All right, so now we'll move on to what I personally think about the Mother Witch. So in my opinion, I think the Mother Witch is an extremely sick card. She brings a new mechanic to the game, something that we have never seen before, and something that I personally really haven't seen in any sort of mobile game. So big props to Clash Royale for that. I mean, in the past, with cards that were added to Clash Royale with unique mechanics such as the Fisherman, we've seen mechanics like that before. For example, in the Supercell universe, the concept of a hook mechanic was not new at all, because with the introduction of Gene, a brawler in Brawl Stars, his super ability is to actually pull people in with a hook. So that's not a unique mechanic to like the Fisherman, but the curse ability is a completely unique thing across all Supercell games to the Mother Witch, which is extremely cool. And I'm gonna go on a tangent really quick. This curse, it is extremely effective for like counter pushing. If you guys watch the TV Royale video that Clash Royale put out, you guys will know that she does extremely well against swarms like bats, a skeleton army, a goblin gang, and against a graveyard especially. She does extremely well because every single skeleton that she kills will turn into one of the cursed pigs, which can be used for counter pushing. So yeah, the curse, I'm absolutely in love with this mechanic. I'm super excited for it. And so in terms of her elixir cost, I think that 4 elixir is honestly just about perfect for her. I think that 3 elixir for the Mother Witch would make her a little bit too overpowered, and I think that 5 elixir would be a little bit too much of her, but I think that 4 is just right in that sweet spot, right where she belongs. And honestly, even though I'm talking about all these new mechanics and all the cool things about her, I think that she's gonna be a pretty balanced card. Maybe she'll be a little bit above average, but for the most part, I think she will be balanced. Pretty much for the entirety of 2020, all of the new cards that have been introduced into Clash Royale have been either extremely bad or extremely good. So let me go through all the cards that were introduced and just prove that point. Really, the only exception to that rule is the Firecracker. The Firecracker was pretty balanced upon release, but she did end up getting nerfed. So of course I mentioned the Firecracker, which was about average, but then after that we had the Royal Delivery, and it took a big buff to the Royal Delivery before it became a good card. So upon its initial release, it was pretty bad. The Heal Spirit, when it was first transformed from the Heal Spell into the Heal Spirit, it was pretty dang good, and it's been pretty dang good up until now when it got nerfed. The Skeleton Dragons, when they were first released, they were extremely good. Holy cow. The Electro Giant, when it was first released, was really bad as well. The Electro Spirit, when it was first released, it wasn't extremely bad, but it's still pretty bad, and it still really doesn't have that high of a usage rate. And so then, yeah, now we have the Mother Witch, which I think will be a pretty balanced card for the most part. As I said, maybe just a little bit above average, but for the most part, I see her being pretty balanced. So now we're going to talk about what decks I think she will fit in best. So the biggest archetype that I see her fitting in is going to be Beatdown. So what you do with the Mother Witch, you take her, you slap her behind a golem or a giant or a goblin giant or an elixir golem and something like that, and you support the tank along with another card paired with the Mother Witch, such as like a baby dragon. And when the baby dragon and the Mother Witch, take out the troops used to defend the tank, those troops will then be turned into counter push material while the tank is doing its thing and tanking, and that can just end up being so much damage, and that's why I think she will be extremely good in beatdown decks. And no joke, for season 18, I can honestly see triple witch decks becoming viable, because that is a thing now. We have 3 witches in the game. We have the Night Witch, who is already a pretty solid card, especially paired with beatdown units like a golem and a giant. We have the regular witch, who actually just got a pretty sizable buff in which she spawns her initial skeletons a lot faster. And then we have the Mother Witch coming in, who is going to be a pretty solid card. And you put all of these behind a tank, and that can make for an extremely deadly deck. And also stay tuned, I'm probably going to do a video on that soon, so subscribe. So basically, in conclusion of this entire video, the Mother Witch has some pretty interesting stats, some pretty interesting mechanics. I think she'll be one of the more balanced cards that Clash Royale has released through 2020. I think her usage rates may be a little bit higher than what a lot of people would expect, and that's just simply because of the card level boost and the fact that she's going to be boosted to your King Tower level. So if you have a level 13 King Tower, right when you unlock the Mother Witch, you'll be able to use her. But overall, I think she will be pretty balanced. I think her win rates won't be that high. And then in terms of the decks that she'll fit in, I think that she will fit best in beatdown decks, primarily behind a tank like a golem, a giant, a goblin giant, or an elixir golem, or something like that. And so yeah, that is all things Mother Witch. So if you guys did enjoy this video, please be sure to leave a like down below. I greatly appreciate it. And as I said earlier, be sure to subscribe down below, because I make all kinds of Clash Royale content that I think you guys will enjoy. So yeah, click that red subscribe button. But anyway, gamers, it's your boy Solar Fury signing off. Peace out, guys. Have a nice day.